Good morning, everyone. Touching in this morning to firstly enjoy the weather. It's sunny and bright. It's a little chilly, but it's all right. It's enjoyable and it's beautiful. I'm happy for this weather. So yeah, giving thanks for that. And coming on to again say thank you to God for everything that He is doing for me currently. And just not wanting days to go by without journaling or recording my gratitude, So here I am journaling my gratitude as I'm walking to work. One of the things I've been reflecting on when it comes to God and trying to, I don't want to say deconstruct, or maybe reconstruct my views on the desire for marriage and things like that. As some of you know, I have put that off the front burner of my life and making space for other things. But in processing that, it has not been easy. I mean, it's not been something that has been natural to me because I think that God gave me the desire to be married, right? So having to shelve it or to put it aside feels unnatural, and it's kind of difficult to process, but I am processing it. But I listened to an amazing video by a woman who was married at 44 and had her baby at 50, and her story was just so amazing. I'll try to link the podcast interview on this video. It was so encouraging because she was going through the same process of death and resurrection that I feel like many of us are going through. I know I'm going through at the moment, where you die to the whole prospect of marriage and then it gets resurrected again because it's a desire that God wants to fulfill in your life. And so that whole death and resurrection, she was explaining how she went through that, and it was so encouraging. One of the things that stood out in it was the comparison she made with her baby and milk. So the baby had the pacifier in her mouth, and she wanted to pull the pacifier out so that she could give the baby the milk, but the baby didn't want to take the pacifier out in order to get the milk. And it just reminded her about how we are when it comes to God. Sometimes we want what we want, or we stay with what we have, and we don't want to give it up for the better that God has for us. So she had the warm milk for her baby, which is what her baby needed, but the baby was fighting her to take the pacifier out, right? So I found that to be very encouraging. Even in our walk with God, we've got this pacifier in, which is, I want to be married. But God is warming the milk for us, and it's gonna take some time before we can get it, before the milk is ready. And He's gonna have to take the pacifier out, and it's not gonna be nice. We're gonna be like, oh, why is God doing this? But it's to give us the warm milk, which is the thing that we need, So I just felt very encouraged by that. Not encouraged to the point where, oh, well, I do this and I get married, because she also spoke about that. She also spoke about something called forced surrender, which I was like, wow. I think that a lot of the times when we are in that place of waiting very long, we are in a forced surrender. We are forced to surrender our timeline and what we would have liked to have for not knowing when God would do it. So she spoke about that forced surrender, which really brought her to a place of humility and true surrender, and not surrendering. Okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to surrender, and then God is going to give me this, that, or the other. No, a true surrender, forced surrender, which turned into true surrender, which ultimately turned into a place where God, whatever, and genuinely meaning that. And I loved it, you know, and I could relate with it so much. And, you know, if you can connect with that, I'm sure it's going to help you on your journey as you wait. Not thinking, okay, I'm going to do this and God is going to bless me at the end with this, that, or the other. No, I'm truly, it's coming to true humility and true surrender to God, you know. And I guess that's the journey of the wait, not the prize at the end, because there is no guarantee with surrender that you're going to get that thing that you want. So surrender is not about, oh, I'm going to get this at the end of it. It really is about having a true heart of humility toward God for whatever he would want to do, and finding beauty in that place. And it's a process to get there, and I guess I am on that process, and I'm happy to be on that process, you know. And encouraged by that video, and I'm encouraging you. So I'll try to link it in this video, and encourage myself as I encourage you. Have a great day.